Welcome back to Torker. I hope you guys are having a great time. I hope winter's not too cold for you. Today it warmed up a little bit. It's 67. I got to wear a t-shirt. You know, misery loves company. Great little pun on a shirt. But today I'm going to tell you something about some cool things that we've got in stock. You've been asking for it. You've been asking for the Tange headsets. You've been asking for this, and you need them. And I'm going to tell you why. So right now, grab a buddy, call them up, hit subscribe and like while you're at it. Helps boost up the algorithm a little bit. But let me tell you a little bit about why these little boxes are going to be so important to you as you start to build your new EK. So with that, come on in. Welcome to Torker time. Guys, so we got the EKs back in. We've got them back in a gloss black. We've got them in a chrome. Everybody has always wanted to talk about the headset. So the very first Torker EKs used a road bike style 1-inch headset, which is what Eddy ran back in the day. He used a full Dura Ace componentry, made the bike run super slick. You got alloy cups, you got really light bearings. It was really good. The average person, most people, got the 1-inch BMX headset. And with the 1-inch BMX headset, you ended up with the MX2. And the MX2 is your basic steel headset. Okay, you've got your cups that you have to press into the frame. You cannot just go, oh yeah, look, it fits. No, they have to be pressed in. Your bottom race for your fork, it's not split. So if we take the Torker fork, the new EK ones are drilled for front brakes. It's heat treated. And look, you're like, oh man, it doesn't go on all the way. No, it was a slip fit and a press fit to be even more exact. So you have to take your bike to the bike shop, press the bottom race on, have them grease up the bearing, press in the cups, put it all together. The old MX2s had a flat race up there. You put on your lock washer, whoops, you put on your lock nut, lock it on down, away you go. One thing that we are really excited about right now is, aside from the MX2s, we went ahead and got what Tange used to call the MX3. Now they're calling it the MX310, and they've really stepped it up a lot. You still have to have your bottom race pressed on, but now you have a sealed bearing that goes into an alloy cup. The alloy cups still have to be pressed into the frame. You'll notice the top cup, they've even drilled it for lightning holes, trying to match the weight of the old Dura Ace. But you've got a sealed bearing. You have your top dust cover. These are real slick because they use the bear trap style. So you've got ridged teeth that bite. And then you have your lock nut. All in all, an amazing headset. If you don't want a black headset, that's okay. Guess what? We brought them in another color for you as well. We brought them in gold. So it's the same MX310 headset as the black one, but now you get to have a little bit of gold bling up against that black and really make your bike your own. So with that, part of the reason that we're talking about this right now is if you watch that last video where I did the start of the Tommy Bracken's build, I mentioned that a lot of frames are going to be going back in the vault and they're going to be disappearing for a little while. You might have noticed on the Torker site, there is actually a little vault button up there at the top of the site now. And it says, hey, here's the vault. Here's the frames that have been discontinued. Here's the frames that we did short runs on. And we're trying to do that to help you guys keep your exclusivity and to be able to keep the value of the bikes up. It's not like we're building a ton of these. One of these, I think we did 7 in black, 25 in black, 18 in chrome, but we've got them in all the different sizes for you. So we have the Pro, which is a 20.5, which is gonna fit a rider that's 5'3", 5'5". We've got the XL. You're a little bit longer. Say you're 5'6", 5'9", 5'10", you've got the XL. And for the big guys, we have the double XL, 21.75 for riders that are 5'10" and over. I mean, we've got this now to where it looks exactly like what you would have ridden in the late 70s and the early 80s. But you've got the strength, the heat treating, the extra welding, the special wall thickness tubing to make it be rideable today. You have the flat mount brake mount for the side pull brakes, 25/4 clamp, 7/8 seat post. I just showed you it takes a stock headset, and then the Euro bottom bracket makes it really easy. So the EKs, the LPs, the Barbarians, they're going to be going back in the vault. We're going to be doing a lot of cool things. You guys already know about the first drop, the big bike BMX, or the big BMX bike. The big bike is actually what it's called. And that is the first Torker for our 50-year reunion or 50-year anniversary that we're doing. Let me repeat that. For our 50-year anniversary this year, we're going to be doing some cool drops. 1 drop a quarter, something cool. First one we're going to pop out with, the big bike. There's going to be 50 of them. They're serialized, 1 through 50. They're made here in California. They're chromed here in California. They use the Tange headsets. It actually has a large bottom bracket. They're going to be the bike that you're going to want to build if you want that real cool showpiece, because it is using the actual geometry, the short 18-inch top tube. The whole thing is done up the way that it was done 50 years ago. And then we've got 3 more drops coming up this year that should make you feel really good about what you're doing with Torker. But if you're after one of these EKs, if you're after a Barbarian, if you're after an LP, you might want to pick them up while they're still around, because once they're gone, they're going to go back in the vault while we replace everything else into the store. So with that, I hope you and your buddy are still chatting, watching the video. If it's too cold to go out and ride, have your buddy come on over, sit in your man cave, start building your bikes. Watch some of the other videos that are out there. Watch Nostalgic Neighborhood. Watch Cruising in the 808. Watch Isaac over at Big Bike BMX. Check out what Brant Moore's doing. Check out all the BMX websites. Have you been to Eddie Fiola's site yet? He's got some cool videos and he's talking about some cool movie stuff as well as BMX. And if you are lucky enough that you have that little bit of a break to be able to go out and do it, you know what you need to do. You need to go and you need to go ride. So guys, we'll see you on the next one. And until then, think about what you're going to build while you're out riding and cruising with your buds. Talk to you later.